Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome to Sunrise Small Talk episode number 94. Today, we're going to talk about rockets. We're going to talk about SpaceX. How cool is that? Doesn't that just look like a company that you would want to own shares of? Maybe, maybe not. Let's take a peek. SpaceX was the largest IPO, initial public offering, ever. Pretty cool, pretty exciting. I was actually in the home office on June 12th, the day that it went public, and talked a little bit to our trading team. They actually had some time carved out of the day because there was so much interest and hype around SpaceX, so they set an hour aside to focus on it. SpaceX went public at 135 a share, so as you can see now, we are trading at 159 as of the recording of this, which is actually Wednesday, not Friday. I will not be in the office Friday because I'll be at a hockey tournament. So that's a pretty nice little return, right? Pretty cool. You bought it at 135 and now it's at 159. Nice, quick, easy money. Well, here's the thing about IPOs. You and me, we don't buy it at the listing price, the 135 a share. We buy it right here at the first trade at market open, or whenever it hits. It wasn't actually at market open. It was a few hours into the day. That price was more like 160. So how do you buy it at 135? Well, if you are a bank on Wall Street and you are part of the round of financing, you probably have the ability to buy, I don't know, say $100 million worth of it. Regular people, we don't get to buy it at that $135 a share. Well, that's okay because it's still a great thing to buy, right? I really want to get into SpaceX. Really exciting, really cool. I don't know. Here's the chart so far. Quick up, quick down, and now we're right back where we started. We lost 47 cents. So we would have gotten in at 160 and now we're down 47 cents. Well, should we buy it now? I don't know, but what I do know is if our investment committee, who is really, really smart, thinks it should be in the portfolio, they will add it to the portfolios. There's probably some sort of price target they have on it that makes a lot of sense as an entry point. But for now, really exciting, cool to talk about. Who doesn't want to talk about rockets and the biggest IPO ever? But I always want to caution people when it comes to IPO because it's a lot of hype, not a lot of return. Don't believe me? Well, what were some of the other largest IPOs in history? There was Alibaba, 2014. I remember this one because we actually did have at the firm I was with some investment banker shares, meaning we got in at that secret price before it started trading. Well, what happened with Alibaba? Well, it was trading at 85. Now, again, that's the price we actually did get in at that price, or had the ability to. I didn't actually have anyone do that. But 85 was the listing price, similar to SpaceX being 135. What it actually traded at initially, I don't know, but I know it's more than 85. Went right up to 300, and then guess what? It's trading at 100 now. So even if you got in at 85, you've made about 15 bucks a share in 12 years. 20% or so. Not a very good return. Saudi Aramco, another one. Really exciting IPO, huge oil company out of Saudi Arabia. What if you got into that one? Well, that one started trading at 90, went right up to 180, and now is trading at around 126. And this one was back in 2022 or 3, somewhere in there. It's actually a pretty decent return, right? So it would have been cool to be a part of that. Yeah, it would have, but you can't because that is on the Saudi index, and we're just simply not allowed to buy on that index. They shut us out. Okay, SoftBank, a company that does a lot of financing for tech companies. Very profitable company. What if you got in on that one? Well, that one's on the Japanese exchange, and if you buy it here, it's actually traded on the OTC, which is over the counter. Also known as the pink sheets, which my professors in college said that's where you go to die. Well, I don't think that's the case with SoftBank because they are quite a very profitable company. They're traded on the pink sheets. They may be in some portfolios somewhere, small allocations, but the reality is they're on the Japanese exchange. If you want to buy it here, you buy it as an ADR, an American Depository Receipt on the pink sheets. Very complicated. So again, IPOs are really exciting to talk about. But what we often see is this nice little spike in the beginning, followed by a pullback. The initial investors make a ton of money. So the banks and the investment bankers that got in at the 135, they probably started selling around this 200. So they had a nice profit there. And now the rest of us get to buy in. And unfortunately, we just get all the leftovers, I guess you could say. So there you go. What about Bitcoin? That's another fun one. Let's talk about that next week. Take care. Have a good weekend. See you later.